And nobody even knows whether they are still alive or dead. It's not something I wish either me or my parents or my children to undergo. In the future, this generation may be wiped even out.
The chirping birds that greet the morning here in Tosorie Village are quickly drowned by groans of human suffering. Fatma Abdullah's start to every day over the last 4 years have been full of excruciating pain. She has lost the ability to speak. Her moans now her only mode of communication. The fruit of her womb proving to be a blessing to Fatma in this trying time. Barwaka Farah Ado takes on the role of caregiver. At 15 years of age, she's the eldest of 8 siblings. Barwaka's young but able hands are critical in the survival of the woman who once gave her life. The little food that Barwaka gathers from well-wishers can barely sustain her mother and 8 other siblings whose burden squarely falls on her. She had to drop out of school while in 4th grade to take care of her ailing mother, and every day it gets harder.
marka fiican oo ku rahayn aan lahayn wax fiican wax u geedin aan lahayn seegan nala joogin marka maamadan aad ay dhibhaysaa fikir ma aha maamadan aad mashquul nagu haysaa qof ka saaxanin cunto dab inta ka soo qaadan ka sugeynin qabta dhunta inoo ka shax fiican kula gedinan aan lahayn marka maamadan aad ay noo rafaysaa.
Taking on the heavy responsibility of tending to a family under almost impossible circumstances has seen her mature much faster than her peers. But her hope remains firm that things could get better. Even then, Barwaka knows that death stalks, and countless times she's been tried and her hope has been shaken. Growing up, Barwaka's dream was to become a teacher. But the more time she spends away from the classroom, the less attainable that dream becomes. The cover of night exacerbates Fatma's pain, and so at sundown, without any help, Barwaka has to literally drag her mother's fragile frame into the house. There are about 5 other manyatas in this homestead. Each and every manyata houses about 10 or so relatives. This particular one is where Barwaka and her mother will be spending the night. On the mat that I'm kneeling on is where Barwaka prays for her mother 5 times every day, hoping that one day she'll get better. And as the sun goes down in Tosorie Village in Wajir Central, Barwaka continues to pray for her mother, hoping that she will be better. But a few meters from where I'm standing is Barwaka's uncle. His condition seems to be getting worse by the day. Aidan Abdullah is a former Quran teacher. He lost his ability to walk and speak at the prime age of 30.
His grandfather...
He listens to the Quran teachings even though his condition has been getting worse. Like all other ailing siblings, the symptoms of the disease started showing in his mid-20s, only worsening by the day. The disorder, characterized by pain in the joints and lower abdomen, progresses slowly. The last relative afflicted by this condition suffered for 7 years. Aidan has been in pain for more than 3 years now. He no longer speaks, but his eyes tell of the excruciating pain that he bears every single day.
In the future, this generation may be wiped even out because of this disease.
In the same homestead, 30-year-old Habiba Abdullahi, a mother of 2, is grappling with the same disease. Her speech has already been impaired, but she clings on to a thinning lifeline. She has tried to seek medical help from the nearest dispensary, but she's only been able to get painkillers, which have not been of much help. She lost everything, including her husband, who left when the disease struck. But she has deeper worries than the persistent pain. A few meters away, we come upon an almost abandoned homestead. The manyatas spread far apart, traces on the ground, perhaps the only indication of life. Inside, Mahmoud Abdullahi welcomes us with a deceiving smile that masks untold pain and suffering. He wasn't always like this, though. He once owned a donkey cart and several goats. They have since been wiped out by the drought, and with them went his ability to fend for his family. Now he entirely depends on his wife, a mother of 2. The unforgiving son has made his life worse. A few meters away, herders go about their normal duties, ignoring the plight of the Abdullahi family. They believe the family is being haunted by a ghost of death.
The villagers say that this was a jinn. It was been existing for their grandparents.
Most of the stories based on them. Experts say identifying the exact disorder would require several tests. Apart from the possible lethal genetic combination, there's a chance the disorder is a result of exposure to a subject unique to the family.
I think the earlier you get it, the better. Because if it is something like a defect, if it's something like a lack of a substance or excess of a substance, then you can do it at that particular point. If you wait until later on, then probably there's been so much distraction that the only thing you can do is what I've talked about: physiotherapy, human dignity, making sure that they live comfortable, the quality of life. But still, that's help, I would think. But in terms of really intervention to make a difference, that would be much, much earlier. And more so, I think, even though the ones who don't have a symptom, the ones who are asymptomatic, should be looked at and then see if those who have, if it's a genetic disorder, you'll get it even those who don't have symptoms. It's only that it manifests a little later, but they may have the defect.
The birds continue to chirp. The sweltering heat sweeps through Tosorie Village. Ravaged by disease, worsened by the scorching sun, the family's hope remains alive. Now their main concern is the future generation. Trevor Ombija, NTV.
Yeah,